Here are just some of the most common causes of the project failure. So how we can incorporate all those things in the in the program. Number one, the common causes is like poorly defined project scope. Okay, forever. So during the estimation, during the tender, we have to define all the required scope of work of the project. So any missing we can raise to the we can raise to the tender. We have to make sure that the detailed scope shall be provided because during the program during the Primavera program and preparing the schedule, it's required a detailed activity to complete the program. So we have to make sure that the project is has a complete details activity as required by the project. Okay, so we have to make sure that the BOQ we have to link to the Primavera because the Primavera schedule is defining the subsequent activity, whereas the BOQ is only the item that we don't know what is the missing activity. But in the Primavera, the subsequent activity is required. So, like for example, here in the construction, you have the in the BOQ, you cannot determine the subsequent activity. So we don't know what item are missing.
For more videos like this, just hit the red button that says subscribe. Thanks for watching.
In the construction, you have, let's say, excavation. Okay, excavation in substructure, the basement. Okay, so this is the subsequent activity. And if you notice, after the excavation, it's linking to the formation of label, anti-termite blinding, formworks, and waterproofing. So all the time of each activity and duration is mentioned here. But in the BOQ, you will see only the item. Maybe the the excavation or the other activity is not there. But here in the Primavera, we need the subsequent activity. So whatever missing in the BOQ, we can find in the Primavera. So we have to link or during the finalization of the estimate, we have to prepare a program, subsequent detailed program to incorporate to finalize the estimate. So it is necessary that the finalization of the BOQ, cost rate, and costing shall be linked to the Primavera so that we will find the missing activity. The second common causes of the project failure is inadequate risk management. Okay, so we have a risk management of each activity. We have to make sure that we determine all the risk in each activity. So normally in each activity we required the material resources like material, labor, equipment, tools, tools, and approval of the drawings. So I have some table for the risk management of each activity. Uh, Third, common causes is failure to identify the key assumptions. So we have to make sure all our assumption is reliable or applicable activity. That's why by daily basis or the engineer should responsible to the program schedule of its activity and determine it is achievable or and foresee the achievable duration and the activity dates. So so the engineer should check the approved baseline if the activity is applicable on that particular date. Project manager will lack experience and train. So we have to make sure to hire experienced managers. Hiring, there are some procedures how to make sure that we can hire the experienced people. So uh, the common causes of the project failure is no use of formal methods and strategies. Okay, so Qatar construction incident will guide us to make the quality works and methods. Okay, so the other common causes of project failure is case stop leaving the project and account. Okay, we have to make sure that staff is experienced and avoid leaving to the project or termination. So we will utilize the staff in one project. Then poor management of expectations. So poor management. Poor management means if we don't have a detailed program and other documents required for monitoring and control the project. So I think we can avoid poor management if we have approved program and we are following QC is standard. And the other causes is ineffective leadership. Effective leadership is the same. If we are following the construction standard, I think we become effective leadership. Lack of detailed documents. So we have to make sure that all our documents is in detail. The engineer should determine in the very detailed activity to avoid this project failure to track the requirements. Okay, failure to track the engineer, the top management, project manager should determine all the requirements and progress at the site. So lack of another cause is lack of details in the project plan. Lack of details in the project plan. So again, this is a technical, so you have to make sure all the shape drawings in detail and get approval. So inaccurate time and effort estimate. Okay, accurate time and effort. All the time analysis should be consulted to the experienced manpower or skilled to make sure that it is applicable. Culture differences and global project. Culture differences. Okay, we have to make sure that we hire people open-minded and understand the culture. And I think it will not affect if we hire really experienced manpower because they understand the construction. So now here further discussion of the manpower schedule.